Surround sound, it's kind of like sound that surrounds you. So you need to get some surround sound in your surroundings. Can you imagine sound from all different angles? If you're still sitting there, with your two little measly speakers, and you're trying to play games or you're trying to watch movies, well, the dialogue is going to be muffled for one thing because it doesn't have a dedicated channel like a surround sound system. You've got the dedicated center channel just for the voice. Everything's going to be garbled. You're not going to be able to hear what's going on behind you. It's not going to be nearly as immersive as surround sound all the way around you. You're looking at the X530 from Logitech, and these things sound really clean. But that might be because it's a 70-watt speaker system. You got 45 watts going to the 5 satellites. 2 for the the left, 2 for the right, front and then back. And then we have the center channel, and then we have 25 watts going to the subwoofer. Now the subwoofer sounds amazingly clean. Now the subwoofer has some interesting technology. It's got a real-time equalizer that's always operating to make sure that the bass speaker always sounds clean, and you don't get any of that distortion like some of the systems. You hear the like the rattle. Well, you're not going to hear that at all with these. And when you move over to the satellite speakers, each one of them has two 2-inch speakers. They call them drivers. If you look on our website, you see the word drivers. Well, that's just what they use to refer to the speakers. And each one of those has 2. And with 2 speakers, you get clean sound all the way around. Now, while we're looking at this one, let's go ahead and examine, fully one of these speakers. Now, you get the same speakers for the front as you do for the back. That keeps the sound nice and balanced. And if you want to mount these on the wall, well, it's really simple to do. One of the guys online reviewed these and said he did it in about 2 or 3 seconds. You just hang this right there on a nail or a screw. And then if you want to re-angle these things, well, they twist and pivot, see, like so. So you can put them on the wall like that. Just like that if you want to have them upside down. And you can really angle them to create a perfect sweet spot. And like I said, surround yourself with some surround sound. Now let me talk about the center channel, because this is something that really, the first thing I noticed, I've got a Logitech system at home. And I think just about everybody in here, Randy over here, you got a Logitech system, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, see, how's it sound?
Awesome.
Awesome. I think he means clean, because these things sound really clean. And let me tell you, the first time I hooked up the surround sound system, the first thing I noticed was how clean the vocals and the voices sounded, even in music. Because what happens is, when you're watching a movie in surround sound, well, these all cover the surround. You got the back, like I said, in the front, and they cover everything that's going on around, and all the ambience and the music and the noise and the rockets going off and that sort of thing, and the car chases. Well, all these speakers cover that. Well, all of the dialogue comes out of the center channel, so it's nice and clean. It's not going to be garbled with the rest of the sounds. So all the voices, all the speech, and even with my music, I'm able to hear the voice better because it seems to be able to route the frequency of the voice to this speaker, so you hear it. It's crystal clear. And before I was using like the 2 speakers, it was hard to hear the movie sometimes. I had to turn it up too loud, and then it would get distortion just because I wanted to hear the dialogue. Well, this problem solved. All right, now let's talk about how you control the unit. Well, you plug it into the computer. You can control it inside the computer, of course. But if you want to have some external controls, you have those right here. This speaker will serve as your front right speaker right beside your hand, beside the computer. And this one allows you to hook up a set of headphones if, say, everybody else has gone to bed, and you want to keep that sound discreet so you don't wake up anybody. Well, you just plug the headphones in right there, no problem. Beside that, we also have some volume controls and a power button, so you can save some power, keep it off when no one else is using the surround sound. All right, now let me come over to the subwoofer, take you on a little tour of that. Now on the side of the subwoofer, you see there, we have a 5-inch, or 5.25-inch rather, subwoofer. Now, like I said, this is 25 watts of power. Now, what's nice about the subwoofer is it pushes the air inside the case here that we have, and the air comes out of a little hole here in the front. And having that hole there, and having the way this structure is built, it actually helps the sound to be a lot fuller. Because really, what creates the sound from speakers is the vibrations, and the vibrations vibrate the air and transmit the sound. And having a box like this makes the sound vibrate inside the box, and it pushes air outside. And what I would usually recommend doing if you have a corner or something like that, point this into the corner. You'll notice that your bass response gets a lot better. And always put this on the floor. The bass response is always best on the floor. All right, now let me show you the ins and outs on the back of the subwoofer. You see the first thing here you notice is the sub volume. Now this is really handy if you're watching a movie that has a lot of a lot of bass in it or a lot of car chase or something like that, just turn the sub volume down a little bit so it doesn't rattle the windows and wake up the neighbors. Now, beneath that, we have all the plugs, and these are RCA plugs, so they're going to be a lot simpler to operate than some of those, just loose wires. And they're all color-coded, so, you just plug the right color in and then set up the speakers around the room. You've also got enough, room with these cables. The back cables have over 10 feet, so you're going to be able to run these, and make sure that you can get them in a good spot. And then beneath that, this little port here is where you plug up the control, the speaker with the controls, the satellite that has the volume. You plug that in there, and then that speaker also plugs into your computer to complete your setup. So it's really easy to set up. You don't have to install any software or any of that nonsense in the computer. You just plug it into your system, and most of the systems that we've been selling here for the last few years have built-in surround sound. So it's just color code, match them up. Maybe if you have one of those systems that doesn't have any color on the back, just get out your manual, look online for a PDF, and figure out where to plug those in. But this is really one of the most affordable ways to get surround sound. It's extremely clean sound. These speakers with their dual drivers, they call them, dual speakers in each one of the satellites, sounds really clean. And like I said, after you experience surround sound with the dialogue coming out of the center channel, nothing else is ever going to sound as clean. And especially if you're someone who's into video games, you're going to be able to hear the guys coming behind you before they even know that and then you'll turn around and you'll frag them. So that's a really cool feature as well. If you guys have any questions about the X530 speaker system from Logitech, send me an email, logan@tiger.tv. I'll see you next time. For more information on the Logitech X530, go to Tiger Direct and type L23-7110 into the search box, where you can always give us a call at 1-800-800-8300.